Here with Dragonic Vanquisher deck. We start off with your starter, and it's the regular Draco Kid. After that, we go to 4, the man himself, Dragonic Vanquisher. He gives all your front row plus 10 when 3 cards or more of any players are bound. So you're going to do a lot of that. And then counter blast 1, and you choose the player's front row, rear guard, and you bind it. And if you have a grade 3 in soul, you then bind a card from your hand and your opponent binds one. Really good card. Suggest playing 4. After that, we're going to play the best support that you can for Jaggy Shot. I call him getting jiggy with it. He draws a card if your opponent has no front row card. He binds. And then if you have a Vanquisher on your vanguard, you put him in the soul and you draw a card. Really solid card. Drawing's good. Binding cards are good. Yeah, you make a lot of combos off him. And then some people will, not play him or play a different card like Thunderblade Dragon. But I'll play one Gauntlet Buster. It's great to see him first turn, and then you ride a Vanquisher. And if you got to push, why not? A lot of people know what he does. All the open rear guards your opponent has, +5, and an extra crit. And counter blast 1 and discard a card to, what is it? No, what is it? Discard? Yeah, discard a card. And it blows up your whole opponent's front row. After that, you go to grade 2. Now 4 Chitora. Yeah. Soul Blast, draw a card if it hits your opponent's front row. Your opponent's vanguard. And your opponent's front row, draw a card. And it also binds. I'm just forgetting that right now, but that's what it does. I haven't let it hit yet. People have been guarding it. But yeah, definitely read the card. And when it's bound, what comes back from being bounded, it gets +10. So really good card. Sorry for my great descriptions of all the cards, but 4 of them for grade 2s. Voltred, if your vanguard is Dragonic Vanquisher, attacks the vanguard, you soul blast. You will have soul. You draw a card first, and then bind a card from your hand. So you're probably bringing back a Totoro or the grade 1. It really helps you to get the 3 cards bound if you can't meet Vanquisher's scale. So honestly, you see 3, but you could play 4. And I was just testing it today at locals. So after that, you play your 2 Chuo, because that's all you're allowed. And he's great when placed. You counter blast 1. You choose a column, bind 1, your opponent's front row, of course, and you can also move up the back row card to the front row, which is fine. And then if you attack before your vanguard attacks and you have the extra counter blast, you can stand them. So I play 2 of that, obviously. You could play 4 Voltred. I'm not saying you can't. There's the other one, but then, I was just play testing with that, the Vulture's Horns one, just that one, and I really didn't see it at all. So, like I said, you probably play 4. It's up to you guys. It's not a bad card. +5 whenever the player's card is bound, and then it does have the counter blast ability to choose a column in your opponent's front row, bind it, and then rear guard in his back row, and move it to an open rear guard. So that's not bad, moving stuff up, because then you have the 2 Dragonic Death Sight, and I really appreciate this card. I don't know how many of you guys got to play test it with, but it's Soul Blast 2. You're going to have to soul more than likely. And then you choose a rear guard in your opponent's front row, bind it, and you get +3. And then if your opponent has when it attacks a vanguard, if your opponent has no cards in the front row again, it gets +5,000. Same column as this. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure it works on rear guard. On an additional rear guard, additional marker, because it doesn't say same column as this, and it gets +5. So I don't know if I gotta look into that. I feel like I'm very stupid about that right now, guys. Me and the rules, man. I'm sorry about that. But after that, you play test it. You got your grade 1s. You got the Rising Phoenix, and you usually want to guard with this. And when it's in your drop zone, you bring it back, put it on rear guard, and it gets +3. It is. Everyone will tell you that it extends plays, and it's the best Popeye's chicken you can ever play. So 4 Rising Phoenix. After that, you play 4 of the Mighty Bolt Dragoon. He gets +5. Let's see. if any player's card is bound, and that's on the rear guard, so that's continuous. When placed from hand on vanguard or rear guard, you look at the top 5. You reveal up to 1 grade 3, so Jagged Shot, Vanquisher, even Gauntlet, and you shuffle your deck, and then you discard a card. So it's good. It's really, I think it's a great card. 4 of. Here, other people, I don't know why you wouldn't want to play 4 of the Desert Gunner. He went bound, you know, with your Vanquisher, your Jagged Shot, or, you know, you bring him back. You put him on, it extends plays, you put him to 18 if you want, and when he's placed, you do soul charge a card. So you, like I said, you have enough soul blast for that side, and just whenever you else need to, you know, soul blast a card out for even for Ch'Tor. So for him, you can also play. People have been telling me to play one Anastasia, a couple Anastasias or something like that. That's great if you put on as a bound card. With a 3, you get +5 shield, and when another unit is attacked, you can soul blast again, and you move it to the guard circle. So it's +15, I'm pretty sure, if I could read the card right. Also, people playing this, it does get +5 for when your opponent's rear guard is bound, and it keeps stacking. And then at the end, you can put in your soul and draw a card. So it's not bad drawing cards. So you gotta play with the numbers, and then round it off. You play 4 crit. I play 4 crit. Well, those 4 crit. Then another 2, so 6 crit. After that, play 6 draw. There's 4 draw PGs. 2 draw, 6 draws total. And after that, finally, 4 heals. Yeah. There's a lot of combos. You get a lot of attack swings and all that, and it's really good. And yeah, you'll notice all the combos. You just got to play with it. I can't explain them all. I just wanted to give you a little rundown. It has one at locals, you know. It's only been out for a couple of days, so definitely play test around with it. I hope, you know, this video brings some luck. I would love to, you know, show the world, you know, a little playing. I want to try out, you know, 6 fronts, you know, why not? But I would stay with this you know, 6 crits, 6 draw, or, you know, put more crit in. But that's the Vanquisher deck. I hope you enjoyed, and peace out.